Often I get invited into groups by people I don't really know very well, right? Like just like getting invited like this. I think this happens to a lot of us who are in political activism, right? We get invited into groups. I got invited into this group, and this moderator, has figured out that apparently Facebook now has the ability to do at everyone, and it will tag everybody in the group to your post, right? And so I'm getting tagged constantly. So I will be leaving this group because it's getting excessive. It's getting out of control. But this particular post is just so out of. I can't even. All right, so let's go over this. Ladies, here's a piece of advice. Number one, he knows exactly what he is doing. Stop trying to give the benefit of the doubt. Well, what is he doing? Like, what are you talking about? Like, what is he doing? He knows exactly what he's doing. I don't know what he's doing. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm confused by bullet point number one. Number two, men indirectly test your boundaries. If they can do it, they will do it again. Well, I mean, doesn't everybody fucking do that? Like, your children do that. Come on now. Everybody does that. Why is this like such a man hater post? Like, I mean, it's just everybody does this. They will be like, okay, can I get away with this? And if they can get away with it, they will, like, whatever it is. I don't know what it is, right? Like, okay, they're going to test your boundaries. Number three, stop arguing about your needs. They know what you need. They just don't care to give it to you. You should be giving to yourself more than to him anyway. Okay, well, I think that's completely inaccurate. First of all, that is anti communication, right? They're not always going to know what my needs are. And sometimes they do care and would like to give it to me, but they just don't know how, right? And same in the reverse, right? Like, this is a matter of communication. You communicate with people and talk, um, and I should be giving more to myself. Well, this is okay. The last sentence is encouraging being selfish. When really being in I'm assuming that this is a relationship post, right? Like, we're talking about relationships. Being in a relationship is about a partnership that, uh, yes, you have to take care of yourself, but you also have to be mindful of the other people that you live in relation to, right? And so you do need to communicate with them, and you do need to find the right balance, because if you don't find the right balance, then you're going to end up being breaking up, basically, right? Okay, so number four, when you yell, cry, and constantly repeat yourself, like, who wrote this? Did a man write this? Like, who the fuck wrote this, even? When you yell, cry, and constantly repeat yourself, they feed onto that. No, a woman wrote this. This is bad. This is terrible. It's energy. You keep giving your energy away doing that, which fuels them. They alchemize it. Men respond to calm and clear responses, not yelling and crying. Well, I think everybody does, right? Everybody would like calm and clear responses, but um, sometimes that can also be interpreted as um, not really caring, right? Like if you're not attentive while you're listening, if you're not um, this is such assumption. This is terrible. This was definitely not written by anybody who has any sort of um, experience with like sociology or psychology, or like, I mean, um, realistically, that people are going to have emotional conversations at times. It's a matter of how do you handle it in the moment. Can you work through it? Can you support each other through it? And if not, are you in the right relationship? Do you need to move on, right? This is the weirdest post. I can't even. Okay, number 5. Give you and them space. Stay busy. Men stay interested when you have your own thing going on. Never stop your own goals and life while you're with them. When you surround your life around him, why would he still have that spark for you? Oh my God, this is so. This is like from the '60s or something, right? There is nothing to chase because of course, right? Like we. This is so good. They have an animalistic instinct to be stayed on their toes. Um, well, the reality is that this goes for all genders. This is females, males, non-binary, whoever. Uh, we all have our own needs for space and togetherness, and um, it's a balance, and that's why communication's so important, right? That's why it's important to communicate what it is that you need out of the relationship, and to be like, okay, well, I'm going to be busy for the next few hours. I'll catch up with you later. Or I have, I've got a couple of days of stuff that I need to do. Like, that's why communication is important. Number 6, stay with your upkeep for you. Oh God, is this the that is part of your self-love. Plus, men are visual beings. They love looking at beauty. Oh my God, I had a when I was a hairdresser, one of my uh, fellow hairdressers, she said that when they're divorced now, by the way. They're divorced now. She said that when they would get in fights, arguments, um, he would say, go put on your face. Go put on your face, you'll feel better. That is so fucking misogynistic. You know, for most of the last 3 years, I have not been wearing makeup. I only wear it occasionally now. And I'll tell you straight up, I've had more dudes into me in the last 3 years than I have in several years before. They love looking at beauty. Sometimes beauty is natural, y'all. All right, 7. Do not be timid with love. Always set your boundaries. What are my... Okay, so what... Do not be timid with love. Always set your boundaries. Do not be timid with... I'm trying to process this one. Um, I don't even know what to say about that, because like it's always a dance, right? Like it's always going to be like, do I have a connection or do I not have a connection? Is the person into me or are they not into me? And sometimes you might go out on a limb and say, hey, would you like to, go have some coffee with me? And they'll be like, I'm not really into you that way. Like that happens. And it has happened to me. Um, Sometimes you're just lucky and like you end up having a good chemistry with somebody. Okay. Number 8, men love to be around women they can be their self with. Okay. Just like you have things to work on yourself, he does too. But why keep pointing out his flaws? Men are slow to grow. Most of them have strong ego attachments. Encourage them by you working on yourself for you. Most of the time, they want to change for themselves because you inspire them. by what you do for yourself. Oh, okay. So you're setting the example. All right. So you're saying set the example. All right. Well, okay. I'm okay with that advice. You shouldn't allow what he does to stop you anyway. Well, I'll tell you straight up, if the dude is like farting in the room all the time, I'm going to say something. There are some behaviors I will address. But also, that being said, if somebody is acting like that around you all the time and just being obnoxious, then you probably need to break up anyway, right? Okay, 9. If they pass your boundaries and it's unhealthy, then leave. You waited till 9 to get to this? Oh my God, even. It's that simple. If you stay, don't complain about it. They showed you what it is. Wow, okay. I think 9 could be really problematic for people who are in abusive relationships and potentially, being physically abused. I think 9 could be really problematic for women who are getting beat up, right? Or men, or non binaries. Like anybody could get beat up, right? Like, look at Johnny Depp and his bullshit. All right, 10. Men know from first sight if you are fuckable only. Oh my God, what kind of post is this? A placeholder or a marriage material to them. If he has you waiting and you want more, then you're not it for him. Focus on other men in your roster. I don't have a fucking roster. Who the hell has a roster? Oh my God, even. All right, I'm out of this group. This group is not right for me. Should I go through the comments? Should I go through I don't know if I want to go through all the comments. God, why did you tag everyone? Great list. I don't know.